Yes guys, we are here in the center of Antwerp, Belgium, and today we are going on the ultimate food tour to find out what is better, street food or fine dining. Now the foods that Belgium are world famous for: waffles, fries, and beer. So those are the three categories we will be judging today. We're gonna go to one street food, more local, more cheap option for each, and then we're gonna go to a more fine dining, expensive, flashy option. We're gonna compare which one's better and just have a good time touring around Antwerp. It's the morning, so first stop is going to be Waffles. Catch you when I'm there. So they're saying this is the world's smallest waffle joint. I mean, it is pretty tiny. It's just off like the main area here in Antwerp, so it's a perfect location. I think I'm the first one here. They just opened up, so I'm excited to try this. Yeah, I'll just do one. I think, which one is the most like traditional?
Traditional?
Yeah.
It's the plain one.
The plain one.
That's the most traditional.
Yeah, that's the most
traditional one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people, they're taking this one, the Lotus, because they're two Belgian things. Like you have it's a cookie and you can taste this one.
It looks good, but I think I'll go for the most traditional option, please. Yeah. Now this looks absolutely amazing, guys. They even put a little Belgian flag there, and hey, they beat us in the World Cup, but they seem like pretty nice people. So this is looking really good. They make it completely fresh there. So you wait just about 4 minutes. They put the batter in, they let it rest for like 30 seconds on the rack, and then they put your toppings on it. So they have like Nutella, strawberries, Biscoff, what have you. But this, with the powdered sugar, is a classic, something a local would actually get. And this cost me €4. All right, so I found a perfect little ledge to set up the GoPro so that I can use both hands to attack this. Let's get rid of the Belgian flag for now. I think I'm just gonna go in with the hands, guys. I'm sorry. First authentic Belgian waffle. Cheers. Well, powdered sugar is such an amazing invention. It's a perfect warmth temperature. Warms you up, but like not too hot. It's nice and doughy in a good way though. Like it's cooked, but it's just like soft and fluffy. The powdered sugar just gives that nice little extra bit of sweetness. The thing that's more authentic about actually the Belgian waffle is the fact that they put the like the crystallization in the actual batter. The Belgian waffles like we're more used to in the US is just like the shape of it with like a bunch of syrup and stuff. But this is actually caramelized, so you don't even need syrup. It's totally sweet enough on its own. I'm thinking for €4, guys, which is gonna be hard to beat. I'm really enjoying this. People were lovely there. It's quick service. You get a little flag with your purchase. I mean, come on. So this is a street option. Rating, I think it's gotta be an 8.5 out of 10, guys. Honestly, for taste, for value, 8.5 out of 10. That's the rating for the street food waffle here in Antwerp. Now we gotta head to our next location, the fine dining waffle. You think you can beat it? Now this next place we're headed is called House of Waffles. It's our fancy option. As you will tell from the first location to this one, it's a completely different vibe. So here we are at House of Waffles, guys. It's in like the main city center. There's a big like cathedral looking thing right there. It's a pretty cool view. Sat here. This is the menu. Let's check it out. You can see these are like plates with waffles on them and a bunch of different toppings. And this is actually informational menu. There's two different types of waffles: the Brussels waffle and the Liège waffle. And I think we had the Liège waffle at the last place. This place I'm gonna try the Brussels waffle. All right, I just ordered and now I'm extra excited because the server, she said the two things I got, which were one of the waffles, I won't tell you which one yet, I'll show you, but then this green tea, this Japanese green tea. She said those are the two favorite things on the menu, so I'm hyped. You're gonna be very surprised when this waffle comes out. It looks good though. Now for the big reveal that you guys have been waiting for. What does a fine dining waffle look like in Belgium? Well, here it is. Check this thing out, guys. You can barely even see the waffle under there. We got mozzarella, balsamic, pesto, arugula, tomatoes. the works. They're calling this the Italiano. Of course, I had to try it as a proud Italian. I really can't believe this is even a thing, that this is even possible. Let's get a bit of waffle in there, get a bit of cheese, and the lettuce. Cheers. Made a mess with that bite. Whoa. Why does it really work? It's alarming how good that is. The waffle, it's not very sweet. The Brussels version, which I think lends itself better to a style like this, where you're really just getting that savory punch of the balsamic and the mozzarella. And then the waffle is kind of just like that nice little pairing. I didn't know if I was gonna like this just because it's so out there, but I'm not mad at it, especially for like a little brunch option. And with the tomato in there, it really just rounds it all out. Now, the cost of this one though, which is probably what you're wondering, was 15 euros. So nearly 4 times more expensive than the street food waffle. I'm gonna have to have a couple more bites to decide if it's worth it. You guys have a think yourself. It does come with like a whole block of mozzarella cheese, to be fair, which is not the cheapest of cheeses. Fresh mozzarella, I should say, not that grated BS stuff. So as for the House of Waffles, I actually did really enjoy it. I was a little bit skeptical of like a savory style waffle, but it was pretty good. I think for 15 euros, is it worth it? Probably just if you're into that sort of thing, like if you're into brunch or kind of these fusion type sweet savory mixes. It's a good waffle. I will say though that when you add all the toppings, the waffle gets a little soggy, and I think the waffle itself probably wasn't as good of quality as the local place. So now to give the fine dining waffle a rating, I would have to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good waffle, but it does not beat the smallest waffle shop in the world. So that means for round 1, waffles, street food wins. Now, it's never too early to drink a beer in Belgium, so that's what we're about to do. The sun is out, it's a very nice morning, so no better time to have a beer. We are headed down the main street here to go to a local bar and try some local Antwerp beer. Boleke, Antwerp local amber beer. It's all over my mustache. No, really nice flavor on that. Such an old looking bar, guys. It's in the touristy area, but everybody speaks Belgian. That's crisp. All right, review time for the street local bar beer. It was a really good beer. I'm not typically into ambers. It was actually pretty similar to a Guinness. A lot more light, but like the flavor profile was relatively similar. So in terms of the beer itself, it was a really good pint of beer. As for the price, it was only €3.20, which is $3.60 or £2.70. So an absolute insanely cheap price for a pint of beer. Along with that, the atmosphere was great. It was super local, like I mentioned, despite the location being in like the main city center just around the corner here. Everybody in there was Belgian speaking, Belgian by origin. I heard some Dutch, I heard some French. In terms of value for money, guys, it doesn't really get much better than that. As for the rating, it's gotta be like a 9 out of 10, honestly. Beer was good, service was friendly, absolutely cheap, great location, nothing to complain about. So now it's time for the fine dining beer, the upscale tap room location. So I'm gonna send you guys over to yesterday's Thomas, and you'll see why. All right, so we are approaching our next spot, guys, the special tap room here in the south of Antwerp. And you may be thinking, Thomas, why does the time of day look different? Thomas, why are you wearing different clothes? Well, that's because right now is actually the day before everything else that you just saw in this video. The reason that I'm doing it this way is actually because this tap room that we're 1 minute away from was actually not open the day that I filmed the majority of this video. So hence I'm here a day early to film this portion for you guys. You know, at the end of the day, it's for you guys. I mean, I do get to drink beer, and that's for me. But so I'll check in at the tap room, and let's see what some fine dining, some expensive beer here in Antwerp really is like. So they do a QR code menu, and this thing goes on for days, guys. They have like unlimited beers on tap. All right, guys, lots of really amazing different beer options here, like so many different crazy ones. I went with a pale ale from Brussels. He recommended that one. And then I went for a lambic, which I've never heard of a lambic, 6.8%. And it's infused with like avocado leaf. And then I also went with a Belgian triple, which is a very high ABV beer, but it's not an IPA. So he says it drinks similarly to a blonde. And then I did get their house blonde. So those are the 4 that we chose. Let's see what they look like. All right, this is the spread, guys. Looking really nice. I think we start with number 17, their house blonde. Cheers. Ooh, that's actually really good. Blondes for me are like super hit and miss as well. Like sometimes I'm either in love with them or like I don't even want another sip. I don't know why I'm so like split between them, because they're usually a pretty safe bet. This is the Triple, which I've never heard of this type of beer before. Check it out. It smells really sweet, but it's 8%, so it's kind of up there. Ooh, I have it all over my mustache. That is a ton of flavor. Oh, it's super complex, guys. It's like sweet up front, and then I get this like bitterness on the back. That's really tasty as well. Crisp and bitter, 5% pale ale. Cheers. It's not bad. It's a very standard pale ale. Nothing very distinct about it. Out of the 3 I've had so far, out of the 3 light beers, that's definitely my least favorite. Not that it's bad, but these other 2 were like actually properly good and distinct. I'm super interested to try this one, which is the avocado leaf infused lambic. No idea what any of that even means. Oh my goodness. It's so sweet. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells like a brandy, like a cognac. Genuinely. Or like a port wine, like anything like that is what it smells like. Whoa. It's sour, it's tangy, incredibly smooth as well. I'm not sure if I pick up on much avocado. It drinks like a sour. It's tasty though, like it actually is tasty. The great thing too, that I guess is part of this upscale and fine dining culture or trend, if you will, is the knowledge of the servers. So my server, I mean, he's also the one pouring the beers right now. He's so knowledgeable about everything. There's a list of 18 different beers I can choose from, and I basically just said, yo man, like run me through it, give me some recommendations, tell me what these things mean, like, because I'm more of a spirits guy than a beer guy, so I'm not completely knowledgeable. And then some of these things don't even exist in the US, but he was able to run me through it, give me flavor profiles, and he's like, if you like this, you'll like that. And I mean, I guess that's part of what you pay for. That's part of the experience here. I'm not just getting a beer poured for me and served and you're on your own. It's kind of a whole walkthrough experience of the tap room and what they have on offer. Now, what you're probably wondering is, what did this run me? So for a flight of 4 beers, it cost 16 euros. So I'm not very good at my valuation of the euro, but I mean, these are, you're pretty decent sized pours for a flight. I think in Vegas, when I would get a flight, they would be smaller pours than this. So I mean, 16 euros, it's probably like 2 to 3 beers depending on where you're at. And I mean, this is probably 2 beers worth of beer. So all things considered, not the worst. That was the fine dining option. Again, 4 beer flight for 16 euros. So I think all things considered, that's really not too bad a pricing. We'll of course compare it to the street beer option, which unfortunately is happening for me tomorrow, so I don't know the price, but you guys know the price. So you let me know in the comments which one you think was the better value. Was the street beer the better value, or was that tap room the better value? All right, and now welcome back to present day for me. As you would have just seen, I actually did the tap room last night due to its opening and closing hours. So I already know what that one has been like, and I'm just thinking now, I think I forgot to give it a rating. So guys, for the tap room, I'm gonna give it a rating of 9.1. Now I know it's a little bit like, oh, you already knew the score of 1 and all these things. It's true, but genuinely, I thought value for money for even being the fine dining option. I don't speak Dutch, but he gave me a thumbs up, so shout out him. Value for money even for being the fine dining option. It was a really great place. The beers I had were really good. I like the fact that you can get a flight and try different ones. So I'm gonna have to give the tap room, the fine dining, the W for the beer, guys, which means we are level at 1-1. Street food has taken waffles and fine dining has taken beer. Who would have thought? What a crazy escalator. How old that is, made out of wood. We're in this tunnel of sorts. Well, not of sorts, it literally is a tunnel. The next spot, we have to go across the river. And the way you do it here is instead of a bridge, you come down this tunnel, and we'll see how long it is. It's a pretty big river, so I think it's gonna be a bit of a walk. You can see people are riding bikes in here. This thing is long. I don't know the exact measurement, but I can't even see the end. I mean, I made a joke the other day with the Germans how sometimes Americans measure in football fields. And if I'm guessing, this has got to be at least like 10 football fields, 1,000 yards. Well, I have some terrible news. This is the friture shop I was trying to go to. And as you can see, it's not open. It's such a bummer too, because this is such like a more local outskirts area of Antwerp. And I felt like this was gonna be the perfect street food friture to go to. On Google Maps, it says it's open for 1 hour during lunch every day, which is now, but clearly they're not open. And unfortunately, I don't have time to come back tonight because I have a train to catch. So that means friture LO, I was trying to try you, but alas. All right, to the drawing board. All right, we have made our pivot. We have now changed locations and we are here at Frietkot. And they also look closed. Oh goodness. Well, it's pretty disappointing that both the shops I went to were closed. Clearly Google Maps is just lying about them being open for lunch. But I remember when I was walking around for the waffles earlier today that there's a spot just down the street that is open. Might be a little touristy because of the location, but hey, it's all we got, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, we just finished effort 1. Let's take a look at what we got going on. This is this small fry with mayo, and then this is a kipped corn, is what they call it. I think it's just a corn battered, like chicken sausage, essentially. Now, for pricing, for street friture, I think it's a little expensive. Like I mentioned, we're in a very big tourist area. This is kind of the center of Antwerp. So for the small fry, it was €5, an extra euro for the mayo, and €2 for the kipped corn, bringing our total to about €8, which the other shop that I was trying to go to for friture LO, it would have been like €3 cheaper for the exact same order. So price, I'll try to err on the lighter side to be fair to street food friture. But guys, let's give this a go. Mayo is a classic fry sauce for the Belgians. They would often go for mayo over ketchup, so that's what I decided to do. Cheers. The fries are actually, I don't know why I'm saying actually, it's Belgium. Of course they're good. The fries are good. The mayo is really good. The mayo they give you with the fries in Belgium is a little different to the mayo like we get in the supermarket. I honestly couldn't tell you the difference, but it tastes nicer with the fries. I will say they're not the warmest of fries, they had a big already cooked like vat behind that he pulled it from. I think it's because they do so much business that they need constantly the fries, else you'd be waiting quite a while they cook. Now let's try this kip corn. Of course, never had anything like this before, but I heard it's a very popular snack to have with the frites in Belgium. Part of the friture is you do get more than just the fries. You would get the fries, of course the sauce, and then you would always get a snack with it. So let's try this kip corn. Incredibly crispy, greasy for sure. Try with some mayo actually. It's not blowing my socks away, but it pretty much tastes like not necessarily in a bad way, but like a frozen chicken nugget, just in the form of like a sausage. It's actually not bad, and I'm sure after a couple beers and a late night out, this probably goes crazy. Now, to be fair, the portion of fries is quite good for a small. I'd say that's like a large in the US. It's deeper than it looks. Going in and giving a rating, I think the fries aren't as hot as I'd prefer them to be, and the kip corn does taste probably like it was frozen. I don't know if it's an unfair expectation to think that they're breading these in the morning. Who knows? I won't hold the price too much against it, because again, I think I'm eating the friture around lunchtime, and it's not really a lunchtime thing, so the spots I wanted to go to were closed. But giving it an honest, fair rating, I think for friture N1, the street food friture, the highest I can go is a 6. With that said, let's not waste any time, and let's go to the fine dining fries. Now, surprisingly, the street friture left a lot to be desired, guys. So I think a lot rests on what the fine dining fries can produce, or else I might say America is the king of French fries, guys. Or I'll probably say French fries too loud in Belgium. They're frites friture. No, but in all seriousness, I am surprised about the quality of the street friture, so let's cross our fingers that the fine dining levels up the game. All right, guys, we just got the fancy frites, and they look really good. Check these out. I went with the Parmesan and basil. They even put some fresh, like, lime zest on there. And then I went for a potato croquette. It looks like it's got the same, if not a very similar, sauce. But I am excited to have these. They look unreal. Let's go over the price for the fine dining fries before we tuck in. They were expensive, guys. For the fries, the Parmesan and basil, €7.50, and for the cheese croquette, €5.50. So between the pair of them, we're looking at €13. So that is pretty much twice as expensive as a street friture. So it's gonna need to really live up to that price tag. Now I also got this homemade strawberry mint iced tea. That's fantastic. I'm not including it in the rating because it's not part of the frites, but that is really good. And I mean, again, look at this packaging. Like it's pretty fancy, guys. So this place is called Frites Atelier. I think that's how you would pronounce it. Super nice on the inside, like marble and metal and all sorts of things. Also an upgrade, a proper fork rather than just a little tiny that I got from the street one. All right, let's not waste any time. Oh, wow. Look how crispy that looks. Golden brown, Parmesan. Cheers. Okay. It's good, but I think looks might be a little deceiving. I think it looks better than it tastes. For how golden the fries are, they're not really that crispy, although they are nice and soft and tasty. I'm missing that kind of crunch. Doesn't it look like it would be crispy? It's just not. Like, you don't hear any crunch. Also, Like, the Parmesan tastes really good. It's freshly grated. They do it right there in front of you, and there's a good amount of it. So I like that. But the basil cream really isn't giving me that much flavor, guys. Like, I want to love this. It looks tremendous, but my taste buds don't lie. Okay, let's give this cheese croquette a go. It looks really delicious, but as we saw from the fries, the looks might be deceiving. Ooh, gooey, cheesy. I wonder what type of cheese it is. Cheers. Well, just cheese bomb. Literally, a cheese bomb. There's a bit of breading to make it kind of crispy, but I basically just took a bite of melted cheese. Let's dip it in the sauce. Yeah, the sauce is the same as the fries. It's like less flavorful than mayo. I don't know where the flavor went. I'm very confused. That croquette, I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but especially for €5.50, it's just not hitting the spot for me, guys. I'm trying to find more redeeming qualities. They're not popping up. With the line, with the hype, with the look, the price, I just expected a bit more. I don't know, guys, I don't know. They're making it hard on me. I want to love it, but some's not adding up. Now, I'm sure based off the food review, it's no secret who won. My rating for fine dining frites atelier, it's gotta be a 4 out of 10. And with that 4 out of 10, that means, and not convincingly, but street food wins again. The street friture has to be the winner, guys. And with that score, guys, things are sealed. That means street food has won by a score of 2-1. Belgian street food takes the victory over fine dining. Now, I don't think this is probably a surprise to most of us, but after going and trying all 3 of the big foods here in Belgium, I think it's cool to see that it actually does come out on top. Well, there you have it, guys. That was the Belgian food tour, street versus fine dining. I hope you all enjoyed. I know I had a good time. Always fun eating good food. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you predicted street food or fine dining to win. If you have made it this far in the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It does mean a lot. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me, and I hope to see you in the next video.